UNICEF official says situation on the ground in Gaza looks desperate after weeks of intense Israeli bombardment. Mediator Qatar says Israel and Hamas agree to pause fighting for an additional 48 hours. 3 Palestinian women and 30 children were freed from Israeli prisons in the fourth exchange since the Gaza truce came into effect last week. The Red Cross also says it has successfully facilitated the release and transfer of 11 Israeli captives held in Gaza. 2 Palestinians killed by Israeli forces in the occupied West Bank. More than 15,000 Palestinians have been killed in Gaza since October 7. In Israel, the official death toll stands at 1,200. Qatar is focused on further extending the truce between Hamas and Israel beyond tomorrow based on the group's ability to continue releasing 10 hostages per day, Majid al-Ansari says. Qatar is focused on further extending the truce between Hamas and Israel beyond tomorrow based on the group's ability to continue releasing 10 hostages per day, Majid al-Ansari says. He added that Qatar cannot validate the number of remaining hostages beyond the 20 to be released by Hamas on Tuesday and Wednesday, he said. The priority at this moment is civilian women and children to be released, adding that military men will come into discussion after that, the Qatari official says. Dressed by them. However, we are not sparing any efforts to bring all the factions of the Palestinian people on one front. Al-Ansari adds that Qatar cannot confirm the total number of captives held in Gaza. What we can only say with certainty is the number of captives being released. Majid al-Ansari, the Qatari Foreign Ministry spokesperson, says the toughest party in the negotiations process was Israel. The negotiations process is difficult from all aspects, he told a media briefing in Doha. Each party has its own demands and reservations. We're doing our best to sort things out. But the toughest party was Israel. Qatar's foreign ministry spokesperson is giving a press briefing in Doha with an update on the developments in the Israel-Gaza war. He says, Qatar is working with the concerned parties to have truce extended. We will bring you major talking points from the briefing shortly. Although Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has made it clear that he wants to resume the war after the truce expires, he may face increased pushback from the international community if he does so, according to analyst Sultan Barakat. The war status in Israel and the declaration of war and the emergency law that he has instituted works well for his political agenda and for his survival. He would want to extend that as much as possible, Barakat, a professor in conflict and humanitarian studies at Qatar Foundation's Hamad bin Khalifa University, told Al Jazeera. Now, whether he is able to go back with the same intensity, I really doubt it. I mean, it has even divided Europe, so Europe will be next complaining about this, he said. And of course, the Arab neighboring countries, they've bent backwards to accommodate the pressure.